Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is almost here, and we have tons of news and leaks that have come out. Let's dive into all of it. So we've been getting tons of news, and the main thing that we've been able to see so far officially from the Call of Duty page has been things related to zombies. And one narrative that we've been able to see, as you can see right here on the screen, is thetruthdies.com. If you go to that website, it takes you here to an old-timey video. As you can see, this is a TV that's very old and very distant, and essentially we already have this on YouTube, but it is just one of the teasers / trailers that we have gotten for zombies. You can even turn the volume up and down, which you see on the screen. Press record. You can pause and then press it again. You can even change the channel and see all of these different things. Here we have the news, which is wildly being distorted, and now we see an island. Here, let me get my headset on so we can hear all of this good stuff. So we have Mr. Peaks, bubblegum right here, and one of the cool things that has been revealed with this Mr. Peaks is it seems that we're going to have the gobblegum coming back to Call of Duty Zombies, as you can see right here. And then as you can see right here, this is where you can kind of see some of the perks that we might be able to get with the gobblegum feature, which, if you do not know, was first introduced in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Highly favored, I guess you could say. I really enjoyed gobblegum and the different features you could have and being able to equip them or not and then get them in. This channel here is just off air. Don't know if we're going to get anything different or if this is just simply going to be an off air. No, we're not. But that is what happens when you go to truthdies.com. You can check it out on your own and be able to explore all these really cool features that Activision is doing. As you can see here on Charlie Intel as well, there's been a lot of content that has been leaked. I'm not going to reveal on the channel any of the gameplay that has been leaked by a couple of people because I believe, as you're seeing here, this media has been disabled in response to a report by the copyright owner. People are taking this stuff down, and the last thing I want is to get put. I mean, shout out to Charlie Intel for getting this information out to people. But I mean, all of it. The media's been displayed. The next thing, image has been removed. Image has been removed. But we were able to where we can't see Call of Duty content just yet about Black Ops 6. We are able to check out some map rumors. So this is where things get really interesting because you get to see kind of the map list that we believe, and some of these names are a little bit different and they're new. Obviously, you see a name that is iconic. There's a couple of them that you get to see, but the one that immediately sticks out to me is, of course, number 20 down here, Nuketown. You are not going to have a Call of Duty Black Ops game without Nuketown in some variation, and we've been able to see a bunch of different types. The kind of original design that we were able to see in Call of Duty Black Ops and Black Ops 2. Then in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, you were able to see that more futuristic design, and all of them have been good, even Cold War and Black Ops 4, and so I'm very excited to see the rendition of Nuketown in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. But the main thing that I really like to see is we're obviously getting another firing range, Firing Range 2. I'm kind of a fan of Firing Range, so I guess it's kind of cool to bring it back. The biggest one that blew me away was Hacienda Alt, and what I picture that meaning is being a remastered version of the map. If you're unfamiliar with this map, you can see some pictures right here. It was a popular map on Black Ops 4, very highly regarded in the competitive scene. And of all the maps that we had, this one was a 5v5 competitive game, but we really do think that this game could easily, or this map could be easily transitioned into a 4v4 format. You had the swimming feature here on the side, which is perfect because like it's completely distant but allowed to be used for competitive play. One of the things I don't like about some maps that we had, Zarqua in Modern Warfare 2, 6-star in Modern Warfare 3, is that the water plays such a dominating factor. You know, in Search and Destroy, the waters are going to be used in rotations, especially like hard point on 6-star, point 2. You're going to be seeing the water be used. The same was in Zarqua. I mean, for that hard point, it was 100% a factor that you were going to have. Nonetheless, this is one of my favorite maps in Black Ops 4, maybe my favorite map. So I'm very excited to see it potentially be remastered and brought back for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And here on the competitive Call of Duty Reddit, we are also able to see, shout out to Reality UK, kind of pointing out how there were some other maps on that list that were brought back. Fringe, which is insane. I am very curious considering some of those maps in there had jetpack. Fringe was a map where you have the jetpack feature, but I guess you can kind of see what happens. Like, you have that tunnel with the railway type thing that is capable of being wall run. I mean, even right here on this barn, you have the window and a couple of other spots that you have to boost. Well, we're not going to have jetpacks, so I do wonder what they're going to do to kind of compensate for that. But to be able to see it come back in Black Ops 6 will be insane. Firing range, which has been around, and to see it come back will be pretty cool. Hacienda, of course, we already talked about it. Yemen, which is from Black Ops 2, that's a very popular map. YMD, another Black Ops 1 classic, and Dig, a Black Ops 2 classic. I think that's one thing Treyarch's always done pretty well at, is being able to make their own new maps that are very good. I mean, at one point, all of these maps were new original maps to their respective games. Even our most recent Treyarch game, Cold War, you had maps like Moscow, Checkmate. They were not awful maps, and those were more in the competitive sense, but they also released a ton of fun maps that were just uploaded up to pubs that were very unique, very different, very chaotic, but they always were making good maps. And then we still got to see maps such as Standoff and Raid make their return to Cold War. And once again, we're kind of seeing that some of these maps are already being leaked, which maps we're expecting to see make a return to Black Ops 6, and I'm very excited for that. Here on GamingIntel.com, we're also able to see some huge Black Ops 6 beta leaks, as we can see weapons, maps, and more of the Omnimovement gameplay, which I'm not going to be showing on video. But like I said, I'm not going to show any of the footage of these leaks because it could very well get me striked. However, I will 100% show some of the information that we got from these leaks, and you're able to see some of the guns that we've already seen through gameplay leaks and things like that. Soul Rifle, we have an XM4, AK-74, and an Amiz 85, SMG C9, Tanto 22, and a Jackal PDW. I kind of like having a PDW back. Shotguns, we have a Marine SP. You see some of these other guns, SVD, LR 7.62. I really hope to see some iconic Black Ops 2 snipers make a comeback. That would be absolutely insane. Or even like Black Ops 3 snipers or Black Ops 4, any of the Black Ops snipers. Black Ops makes such great snipers. Of course, you're going to have all the new tacticals, or all the basic tactical stuff, the concussion, the flashbang. Stim shot's going to be around for sure. Lethal, got the frag, the Simtake, thermo grenade. We are going to still have field upgrades. We have these as well. You have the assault pack trophy system. And like I said, I'm not going to show any of the gameplay, but the biggest talk of the town is the Omnimovement gameplay that is going to be in Black Ops 6. And this Black Ops 6 steelbook looks absolutely masterful. I mean, this looks insane. This movement I will show about the Omnimovement because this was actually released in the initial reveal by Activision, so I should not get striked for this. This is no leaked gameplay. But as you can see, just being able to go left to right, backwards sprint, side sprint. I mean, look at this movement right here. You can sprint all directions, dive all directions, and that is absolutely insane. It's going to be something that's used in competitive play, which is going to be highly interesting to see. Shotzi's going to have a field day. And I wonder to see if this will be, for a bunch of players who played the more slower paced CODs back in the day, the old veterans, if this will be kind of like the nail in the coffin of, the game's just too fast, it's too advanced in the movement. Because I'm not saying they can't keep up, but I do think that's been a factor about older players transitioning into the newer games when they say, oh, they're slower. That's because the older Call of Duty games used to be slower, and now they're picking up the pace, so they're not able to necessarily play at that speed. And the game seems to only be getting faster with some of this Omnimovement. This will definitely be something that changes the game, so I'm very interested to see how it goes. That's all the news we have for Call of Duty Black Ops 6 for today. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with all the news. We're going to be covering it all the way up to the release. We're going to play the beta and drop gameplay of the beta, and then we're going to be covering the game as it initially launches. Thank you guys so much for the support of the channel. It's been absolutely amazing lately. Make sure to subscribe if you are new, like the video if you enjoyed, and share the video and the channel with a friend if you think they enjoy Call of Duty content. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.